This is my local climbing spot in Karlstein. It's a steep rock face that I can train on nearly all year round to prepare myself for my difficult climbs on rock or ice. The good thing about it is its short ascent, with steep and very difficult routes. You can train with small grips, and it's always fun to spend time with friends here.
When you're climbing, you have to be able to rely on your friends every step of the way.
I usually spend between 3 and 5, I would say 5 days a week training and preparing myself for my difficult goals.
Now, Papert has written a book entitled Vertical: Life on the Steepest Faces. It features photographs of massive ice formations and some of the trickiest ledges in the world.
For me, ice is just as important as rock. And just like in rock climbing, we also go to the top of big mountains. So I think the variety is really interesting for the reader. It's my first book, and I'm very pleased with it.
Papert grew up in Saxony, but later moved to the Bavarian Alps. Thanks to her determination, she managed to work her way up to the top of the male-dominated sport of ice climbing. Now she's a professional in the sport, and part of the job is to get her expeditions captured on camera, like this one in Scotland in January 2011. She gets paid by her sponsors, mostly manufacturers of outdoor clothing and equipment.
When you make a living from climbing, which just sort of happened in my case, I never fought for it or forced the issue. When you live from the sport, you spend most of the time with professional cameramen and photographers. The nice thing about it is that I can choose them myself. They're all friends of mine, people who I'd like to climb a mountain with. We take some really emotional pictures.
Her book is full of stories, from her encounters with different cultures to some of her more unusual climbs. For example, her journey to the Ice and Snow Festival in the northern Chinese city of Harbin earlier this year. Ines Papert makes it look easy, but with temperatures of minus 30 degrees Celsius and in the darkness of night, she was pushed right to the limits. Back in Germany and her hometown of Bayerisch Gmein. Packing and unpacking is all in a day's work for Ines Papert. Speaking is an important part of her career, and the extreme climber gives about 40 lectures a year, most of them in Germany. They pull in big audiences, people fascinated about things they would never be able to experience firsthand.
She's actually quite a small and dainty woman, but what she's achieved on difficult rock faces and in the most terrible weather conditions is fascinating.
She's inspiring.
Yeah, she makes me want to start too.
No pain, no gain, they say. And Ines Papert is training hard ahead of new challenges, like a 1,000-meter high ice crevasse in Kyrgyzstan.